You're right. Sometimes it's not you that's the problem. Sometimes it is the environment, the workplace, the boss, the whatever, and it makes adaptability feel very impossible. So let's think about what is actually within your control in this situation. An adaptive mindset doesn't mean that we're forcing flexibility where none is possible. It's a lot more about being intentional about pushing the levers that you do have. I'll also say that in my experience, there are often these areas of micro flexibility. Even in a really rigid workplace and even with micromanaging bosses, there are still these zones where you do have some say, whether that's the order of the tasks, whether that's your communication style. There are these micro flexibility zones. And sometimes the adaptive mindset isn't squeezing yourself into rigidity, but communicating where there are very real limits. This can look like communicating what you need to be successful, or communicating realistic expectations. Here's an example of that. Let's say you get a big assignment and you know that it's not possible to finish that in the week. I would say the big impulse is to drop everything, push yourself completely, or get super overwhelmed and avoid it. Then it never gets done. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna communicate that. I estimate that this task will take me about 60 hours to complete, and currently I have 20 hours available to dedicate to the task. So I wanted to clarify, what is our priority? Is it important that we meet this deadline as is? If so, I would need an additional 40 man hours from our team. So can you help me get that support? Or is our priority to have me do it specifically, in which case, how flexible is our deadline date? Clarifying the priority is definitely a power move. Highly recommend it. Notice that in that communication, there was no part of me that said, I can't do this. It just said, here are the facts. This is how long this will take, and these are my solutions. Let me know down in the comments, what have you been doing to adapt to a rigid workplace? Feel free to let me know if you have other questions related to the topic, and don't forget to follow.